The Nobel Prize. It's one of the most coveted and exclusive awards of all time. Only the most important and innovative minds in science, art, and politics can even dream of being nominated, let alone win the damn thing. You belong up there with those greats, don't you? Doesn't matter. We'll show you how to win a Nobel Prize anyways, you slacker. This is Epic How To.
Epic How To.
Before you win your Nobel Prize, you might want to know a little bit about it, in case that comes up in your acceptance speech. The Nobel Prize was established by the Swedish inventor of dynamite, Alfred Nobel. After a newspaper prematurely published Nobel's obituary calling him the Merchant of Death, Nobel decided he wanted to leave behind a more positive legacy than the guy who just made explosives. In 1895, he rewrote his will to set aside money for Nobel Prizes in physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, that's one category, literature, and peace. Since 1901, the Nobel Prizes have been given out to individuals or teams who have achieved greatness in their respective fields. A prize for economics was established later in 1968 because money. As of 2014, the Nobel Prize was given out 567 times to 889 laureates. The winners get around $1.5 million, but that's not enough. They also get a free trip to Stockholm to meet the King of Sweden, a gold medal, a diploma, and an insanely lavish banquet. And you're not getting burritos, homie. This is a 5-star fancy food that you can't even pronounce, like escargot. Now, which category should you go for? More people have won the prize for physics than any other category, but over 2/3 of the physics laureates had mentors who were former Nobel Prize winners. If Albert Einstein showed you how to build a flux capacitor, this might be your field. Otherwise, think again. The Peace Prize has the most nebulous and vague requirements. It's awarded to people who have done the most for the best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. If you're not sure what that means, don't worry, nobody does, including me, which is why there have been some very contentious nominees and winners. Like Mussolini, Stalin, and even Hitler are all former nominees for the Peace Prize. Former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger won the prize in 1973 while the Vietnam War was still going on. In 2014, it was leaked that everyone's favorite president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, was nominated. And with such a fast and loose definition of peace, we're confident that this is the best field to win a Nobel Prize in. The nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize are done by a 5-person committee in Norway, appointed by members of the Norwegian Parliament. Each year in February, the committee asks a selection of members of the International Court of Justice, university professors, and former winners and committee members for their nominations. Details surrounding the nominations are sealed for 50 years after the prize has been awarded, so it's kind of difficult to say what makes someone qualified to be nominated. We do know, however, that the number of nominees are climbing steadily each year. It's climbed from 205 nominations in 2009 to 278 nominations in 2014. This is what the graph might look like. Let's look at the Nobel Peace Prize a little more closely, shall we? 95 Nobel Peace Prizes have been awarded since 1901, which have gone to 128 different people. The average age of the winners is 61, the youngest being 17 and the oldest being 87. Only 16 winners have been women, which is really crazy considering Adolf Hitler has been nominated. Now, if you're not nominated this year, don't despair. There's no limit to the number of times you can be nominated. Just make sure you don't kick the bucket before you win, because you can't be nominated if you're dead. Also, rarely do people win a Nobel Prize their first time being nominated. It took Albert Einstein 11 years after he was first nominated before he finally won. That seems like a crime. Women's suffrage and advocate Jane Addams was nominated 91 times before she won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1931. And Mahatma Gandhi never won a Nobel Peace Prize. If Gandhi can't take one home, maybe you shouldn't beat yourself up for losing? But what do you need to do to win a Nobel Peace Prize? Look at what past winners have done. Many laureates won for being super famous humanitarians or politicians. Dalai Lama, Al Gore, and Barack Obama all won primarily because they were a recognizable name, even if they didn't contribute directly to peace. Some laureates were people who started a war and then negotiated a ceasefire. It was like their plan the whole time. Yasser Arafat and Lei Dukto were leaders responsible for brutal conflicts that killed thousands of people, but one treaty later and they're on their way to Nobel Prize town. Seems like a lot of work, right? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to do it all on your laptop? Malala Yousafzai won her Peace Prize for writing a blog detailing her life under the Taliban. Sure, her writings led to an assassination attempt, but look, you can't make an omelet without someone trying to murder you for exposing and defying an oppressive regime, am I right? Now, some winners are actually international organizations. Amnesty International, Doctors Without Borders, the UN's International Labor Organization, and the Red Cross all have won Nobel Peace Prizes as organizations. And if you work for a winning organization, it's pretty much like you won. They're gonna let you wear that medal at least once, right? Therefore, we believe the best way to win a Nobel Peace Prize is to start a charity organization, as organizations have won the prize 25 times. That's over a quarter of the total, y'all. And as Malala Yousafzai has shown us, you can do it all from the comfort of your own home. So start a Kickstarter campaign to raise money for the international crisis of your choice, and you might just join the proud ranks of Nobel laureates. You've done it! You're a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Lucky. Unlike most Miss America pageant winners who only dream of world peace, you've actually done something about it. You're world famous and have the ear of the most powerful and influential leaders in the world. While some might criticize your dubious achievements or lack thereof, how many of them can put Nobel Peace Prize winner in their Tinder profile? None of them! Except for the ones that won it. I'm Joe Beretta, and this has been Epic How To.
Let us know what topic you guys think we should break down next in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.